Day 13. Who is with me? Yeah, 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 yeah. Day 13 of our book reading challenge. Yes, we are still on the book How to Win Friends and Influence People. Okay, so I can't wait. I can't wait to be, you know, enlightened on today's principle, because this book is all about principles on how to win friends and influence people. Okay, so if you're the kind of person whom maybe you feel like going for classes on human relations is too costly for you, well, you can purchase this book. I'm sure you can get it in any bookstore, or you can purchase it online. Okay, yeah, so this book will help you a lot. And if you are the kind of person who loves to to apply such lessons into real life situations, that's how you learn, that's how you grow. This book is good for you because it's also applicable, well applicable, easily applicable in our daily routine, our daily lives. Okay, yeah, so we're on day 13, and just to do a recap of what we learned yesterday on how to win friends and influence people, we are on part 3. We are on part 3, chapter 4 today, but yesterday we learned something about on part 3 about no if you're wrong, admit it quickly and emphatically. If you are wrong, admit it quickly and emphatically. So, as humans, we mostly love to, you know, to be told you're right, you're right. But when it comes to us being wrong, it's something we actually resent a lot. We find it humiliating, we find it embarrassing, we find it shameful when we discover we were wrong. Not to talk of someone telling us, telling you, to your face, smearing it on your face like you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. Okay, so anyways, so that's what this chapter is all about. Okay, so if you're the kind of person who usually say these words, you are wrong, you are wrong, you are wrong, you always say these words to people, you have to begin to stop that, to stop doing that. Okay, you have to, because according to Dale Carnegie, if um yeah, yeah, sorry. Yeah, so if according to the Carnegie, if you're wrong, admit it quickly and emphatically. Don't wait for people to, you know, say you are wrong, okay? If you find out that you're wrong, admit it, okay? Admit it, bust your bubble before they do. Okay, so yeah. Yeah. So that's what that chapter was all about. Yeah, so you need to purchase this book. Okay, it will really help you a lot. And if you're joining us, if you want to join us on our book reading challenge, okay, you can. All right, even if you do not have this book, you can get a book that you have been wanting to read for a while. Okay, I'm sure you've got a book there lying around there waiting for you to read it. Okay, you can do that. Okay, you can join us just less than an hour, study a chapter. Okay, look at how far we've gone. Okay, no, for me, when I started this year, one of my resolutions was reading a book, and I kept postponing the idea. I'll buy some books, I'll buy some new books, I'll purchase some new books for me to read. I'll purchase, and um I thought of it. Okay, if I can't do it alone, let me involve friends online. Let me see if I can be able to encourage myself, or and find motivation by doing this online and not watching my phone, with my phone watching me, for a start. Okay, so yeah, so that's where this book reading challenge came from. So yeah, so it's something that has really helped me, and I believe that it's helping you too. Thank God. Thank God. So you can see we're on day 13 of one chapter a day. Okay, so don't think you can't do it. You can do it. You just need an extra push. You just need motivation. You need an accountability partner. You guys are my accountability partners in this. Yeah, so because I know that I have you guys, that's why I'm doing this every day. I know that I'm not alone, because sometimes when you're about to when you intend to accomplish a mission, the thought of doing it alone is scary. But when you feel like, oh, there are people doing this with me, That's what makes it easier. Okay, it makes the whole ordeal easier. Okay, so book reading not only it's not only fun, it helps you your vocabulary, it helps your vocabulary, it helps your diction. Okay, yeah, for me sometimes I stutter particularly if I'm nervous or anxious, and doing this has actually helped me to be more confident in the way I speak, particularly when it comes to the English language. So it has helped me learn new words. I'm learning new words, okay, new ways to be able to explain myself. I've got my best friend who I explained to on what I learned from this book, and I've actually discovered that I feel good, explaining to him and he understands, because, before now, whenever I try to explain the story, I beat around the bush, and do all those things. So the person ends up be like, what, where are we? Where did you start from? Okay, so book reading helps you, relaxes your mind. Let's talk about the physical benefits. It relaxes your mind. For me, I prefer to eat, have my dinner, and then come online and read a book, because I feel like that's another way of me digesting my meal before going to bed. Yeah, so as my meal digests, my brain is relaxed and I'm learning something new. So it's all win-win. It's a win-win situation. Okay, so pick a book with me. Pick a book with me. Our slogan is a chapter a day keeps the. I wanted to say the doctor away. Okay, so our slogan is a chapter a day keeps ignorance away. 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 Yes, yes, yes. So we've been doing one chapter a day for 13 days, and look at how far we've gone. Yeah, we're almost done with the book, and we've learned a lot from this book. Yeah, we've learned a lot from this book. So, just like the saying goes, a little drop of water makes a mighty ocean. A little drop each day, little drops each day, each drops each day. So, if you intend to start reading a book, you want to enlighten yourself, you want to invest in your mind, you can't finish a whole book in a day if you're someone who does a lot of things, unless if you're not doing anything for that day, you can't finish a whole book a day. So, and for you to productively finish a book a day, it will take a lot. It will take a lot on your part. So, but if you want to take it poco a poco, step by step, okay, I would recommend this method. One chapter a day. That's it. So I've got my pen, I've got my highlighter. I'm going to jot out some points, highlight some phrases, some paragraphs, just for me to be able to recall them later and apply them, where necessary. So, um, yeah, so I'm going to go off mic. So if you end up joining the live video and you see me with my book, just know I'm reading, and I hope you're reading too. Join me, join me, join me. It's fun. It's fun. It's just your me time. It's a me time. So no distractions, no phones, no calls, no texts, no social media. Just your phone watching you. Yeah, so join me, and I'll talk to you soon with my reviews and what I've gained from the chapter. See you soon. Yes, I'm back. Okay, so, hmm, how is my hair though? I hope you like it. I just want to brag a little. I made it myself. Isn't it cool? It's nice, right? Yeah. It's not a professional job, but it's will suffice. Okay, so let's just get to it. Yeah, principle four of how to, principle four of part three of how to win friends and influence people. The principle is, drum roll, begin in a friendly way. Begin in a friendly way. So remember, this part three is all about, winning people to your own way of thinking. So if this principle is all about when you're trying to express your grievance, okay, or you're trying to, you know, prove a point. You understand? Yeah, you have to begin in a friendly way. A drop of honey attracts more flies than a gallon of gall. So that's what I learned here from Lincoln, President Lincoln. Yeah, and it's quoted by Dale Carnegie here. A drop of honey catches more flies than a gallon of gall. Okay, so if you want to be able to prove your point to someone or to people, you need to start in a friendly way. Now, let me tell you a story that Dale Carnegie, illustrates here. The story of the sun and the wind is just like a children's tale or a fable. So this is the story of the sun and the wind. Now, the sun and the wind came together at one point, and they were arguing about who was the strongest. The sun said, I was the strongest. The wind said, I was the strongest. So they decided to put it into test. So the wind tried to challenge the sun, and oh, there was an old man, holding his coat, so hugging his coat, so, so how would I put it, so tightly to himself. An old man was passing by with a coat, putting on a coat, and the wind tried to challenge the sun that I can bet you that I'm going to make this old man take off that coat. He's going to take off that coat by force. He's going to take it off. I'm going to pull it off him. That's what the wind tried to do. So the sun said, okay, no problem. Let's see. So the sun went behind the clouds, okay, in order for the wind to begin his work. So the wind um tried, blowed and blowed, it with so much force, with so much fury, with so much, harshness, blew, but that all the old man did was hold the the coat even tighter. He didn't want to let that coat off his back. He held it tight. He clenched to it, you know and when the wind tried and nothing nothing worked, the sun came out of the clouds and be like, okay, it's my turn. And all the sun did was just smile and just expressed its you know it's itself in all its glory. All it did was just shine. That's all the sun did, just shine. And before he knew it, the old man took off the coat, due to the heat and everything. So the sun tried to, explain to the wind that gentleness and kindness, or should I say, gentleness and friendliness will always be stronger than fury and force. That's what the sun told the wind. So that's the moral of the story. Gentleness and friendliness will be stronger, is always stronger than fury and force. Yeah. So if you're trying to, prove a point, you're trying to, you know, win people to your own way of thinking, use this principle. That is something that I've learned. Yeah, I've learned it. Mm. Yeah, it's a good lesson to learn. It's a good principle. Begin in a friendly way. Start out in a friendly way. There's another instance where that they kind of get highlighted here in this chapter about someone who wanted to his landlord to reduce his rent. Many people have written complaints, they have done this, done that for the landlord to reduce the rent, but the landlord isn't budging, he's not even giving them a listening ear. You know, it's like, if you want to leave, leave. And the person doesn't want to leave. He doesn't want to leave because he knows how stressful it will be able to get another apartment, and he feels comfortable. It's just that the rent is too high, and he wanted to be able to make the landlord see things his way. But he knew that, and I think he was also, on the course, on the Carnegie's course of how to deal with people. He knew that if you use the force, fury approach, it wasn't going to work. So he decided to do things differently. He decided to use the friendly approach. So he informed the landlord with a letter that, okay, I'll be leaving so and so date, and yeah. So when he sent the letter, the landlord came to see him. The landlord and the caretaker came to see him, and he started with, oh, I totally love the apartment. I love the building. I love the architecture. I love the services. I love everything about this apartment. I wish I wouldn't leave this apartment, but I just have to because I can't afford it. I love everything about it. I love, how quiet it is. I'm able to walk well. I'm able to, get to the grocery store from here. I'm able to do this. So he started highlighting all the advantages, every benefit he felt he was going to lose if he left, but that he had no choice but to leave because he couldn't afford the high rents anymore. So, talking to the landlord in this way, you know, softened the landlord's heart, because many of the neighbors had already, received the the harsh side of him. So this person in particular, started talking to him in a friendly way, in a jovial way, in an enthusiastic way, and just to be able to hear what the landlord would say. And it actually turned out well. The landlord was like, wow, no one has ever actually approached me in this manner. No one has actually told me, the benefits they gain. All they do is complain and complain and complain. And I got tired of it. I don't even listen to them anymore. If they want to leave, let them leave. I'm going to continue to increase the rent. And the man was like, yes, yes, I agree. It's totally worth it. The rent is totally worth this apartment. No matter how you increase it, it's totally worth it. I agree. But actually, I cannot continue. I wish I can stay, but I cannot afford it. So that's when the landlord began to see things, his way, and he actually suggested himself, like, okay, can I'm going to reduce the rent to a particular percentage. And the man was like, okay, I can actually work with that, but how about this percentage? Because if you do that, I might not even have much for groceries or to be able to take care of other bills. So please, can you, you know take it down to this level? And the landlord accepted. Surprisingly, he accepted. And that was just it. So that's just an instance. Okay, if you want to make people, win people to your way of thinking, you have to start the friendly way. Just like I told you, a quote by Lincoln: a drop of honey catches more flies than a gallon of gall. Okay, yeah. So you have to begin in a friendly way. Yes. So if you want to know more, the book is available for you. I'm sure it's available for you online in bookstores. Please get your copy and invest in your mind. Yes. So the chapter today was also an interesting read, very, very interesting read. Thank God. Yeah, so I pray that I'll be able to apply, the principle that I've learned here in my own life. Yeah, it's needed. It's needed. Okay, so I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Remember our slogan: a chapter a day keeps ignorance away. A chapter a day keeps ignorance away. So a chapter a day keeps ignorance away. We are on day 13 of reading a book. I'm proud of you. I am super, super proud of you. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, you don't need to have this book in particular. If you have a book you want to read, join us. Yes, I'll be live by this time every day. Okay, join us, join us, join us. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Never forget, your mind is for me, Davo. Bye.